Hello, Reese from the Point Music Podcast thingy. I know I said the last podcast that I have one coming soon, and it's actually been like a month and a bit, but deal with it. I get busy. So the podcast's a bit of a sort of a guilty pleasure kind of thing these days for me. And it's only when I get really interesting and cool artists that I want to talk to, like today's guest, this episode's guest, Lottie McLeod, Brisbane-based songwriter and singer and amazing artist and downright beautiful human being. She has the EP, the Boathouse EP, coming out in September, late September, and she'll be touring that as well. Anyway, we talk about all that and a few other bits and pieces in this episode. So, ladies and gentlemen and people of all sorts, this is Lottie McLeod. Rolling. Okay, let's try this again. Now let's start. I think it's a Brisbane curse sometimes with this podcast, because a lot of the time it's like telling me I should have just done it in person. Lottie McLeod, let's try this again. Welcome. Now,
thank you for having me.
It's okay. Now let's hopefully the internet connection is nice and stable this time, and we don't get any cutouts or you frozen like this. Yeah.
Fingers crossed.
Okay. Now we're here to talk about the Boathouse EP, your EP. As I was saying before, I was rudely interrupted by your internet connection. I have been following you and watching you for some time now, not in a non-creepy way, like more like a guiding musical weird uncle, sort of just watching and just going, "Hey, that's cool." And have been really appreciating and watching your progress, not just as a songwriter but as an artist as well. We'll get to the songwriter part a little bit later, but we're here to talk about the Boathouse EP at the moment. You're currently touring it. You're in the middle of it, aren't you?
I start the beginning of October.
But you're doing another tour, preemptive tour at the moment.
I have a couple of shows next week during Big Sound, but I'm not on any tours at the moment.
Okay.
No.
But you're playing with Pierce Brothers on Saturday.
Oh, I am.
Yes.
I forgot about that.
No, because I spoke to Jack earlier today, believe it or not.
I'm playing at the Gold Coast and the Brisbane show, so that will be really, really cool.
Oh, you're doing the Triffid as well?
Yes.
Sick.
Yeah.
Sick.
Very keen.
Yeah, I've played Miami Marquetta a long time ago, and I've played the Triffid multiple times, and I love both those venues, so that's very cool. And Pierce Brothers are just dope. They're lovely guys.
Yeah. I've met them, but I've never seen them play, so I'm very excited.
I accidentally became a guitar tech for them one night.
How does that happen?
Yeah, asking a bass player to change strings on a guitar is like, okay. The band I was in at the time, we were supporting them just for one show, and Pat had a freak out on stage because his guitar busted a string, and then basically, yeah, I think it was Pat. Pretty sure it was Pat. Anyway, I ended up changing those strings on the guitar and saving the day for him, and I went, oh yeah, cool. Anyway.
Love that.
Yeah. Musos Unite. Let's talk about the Boathouse EP. Now, it's 7 tracks, and it's features like the previous singles, Sunburnt, Important to You, and Wednesdays at the Waterloo.
Yes.
Wednesday is probably one of my favourite ones on that EP.
Thank you.
It's very... I don't know how to describe. I'm not a massive country fan, but you've somehow managed to work in a little bit of that old country flavour in there, just to give it just a little bit of spice, but it doesn't count as country, in my opinion. I like it as it is, right? I love Sunburnt. I can't listen to Important to You too much because it's too emotional. It gets me every time. And that's
my God, thank you.
And that's
I get that.
It's my coffee machine in the background if you hear that. Whoops. And In Theory is a pretty... It doesn't... Musically, it doesn't sound like a heavy song, but it's a heavy song.
Yeah.
Yeah. So my gathering is that you gather a lot of experiences, and then all of a sudden it stokes the songwriting bug in the concept for a song for you. Is that correct?
Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
Do I delve into In Theory? Because
yeah, absolutely. I'm happy to talk about it.
Please do.
Well, yeah, it's actually funny. There's like 4 songs on this EP that are about this person.
Oh, okay.
And he was only in my life for a very short amount of time, but he kind of was there, and it was really good. And then it was going really well, and he really made me feel like I could trust him, and
Mm.
I hadn't connected with somebody like that in a while. And I'm somebody that doesn't really like to be intimate until I really know that it's real and that that person's gonna be around. And that's how I thought. And yeah, we had a really good night one night, and we slept together. And not the next day, but 2 days later, he said that he can't be in a relationship with somebody unless he's friends with them first. And I'm like, too late, buddy. You could have said that 3 weeks ago. But
Wow.
yeah, it was very a short period of time. It was a month, and like something I learned a lot in the CP was to be less trusting. Like important to you kind of touches on that too. So
Mm.
um, yeah, it was a good learning curve, and I got this song out of it, and yeah, it was something I already always heard about, somebody love bombing and then going, and I always like heard about that, but I've never actually experienced it, and then I did, and I'm like, oh, it happens.
Look, as a father of 3 daughters, dudes suck.
Yeah,
Yeah, and
true.
clueless until we get to a certain age, like us, like mid-40s. I got my stuff sorted out, right? Kinda. So I'm assuming this is an assumption. You can correct me if I'm wrong. So you just said that In Theory was about that and important to you, and you said 2 other songs, right?
Actually, important to you wasn't about
Ah,
that.
okay.
That's just about another person that I probably let in a little bit too quickly and trusted too quickly.
Lottie,
Um,
there's some lessons to be learned here, mate. What are you doing?
There's a pattern.
Yeah.
No, but this person, there's a song, yeah, In Theory, Sunburnt, Thomas, and Take It Back is about this person. Yeah.
Okay. So not Wednesdays. So
No.
that's nice to know.
Yeah.
Because it's the most like upbeat song of the whole EP, mate.
No hard feelings to Wednesday's guy. He's good.
All right. Does the Wednesdays guy know that it's about him?
I've never told him, but I've made it like blatantly obvious. So, yeah,
Guys need to get a clue, man. We need
yeah, I
we
know.
need prompts, right?
I just kind of confess my feelings on Instagram Reels, and sometimes it works, and sometimes it doesn't. But yeah, he's seen it all, and he gives it a like every now and again, so I'm sure he knows, but it's never been talked about. But yeah.
There will be a time where it'll be brought up.
Yeah, I can't wait for that conversation. That'll be funny.
So, do you think it's reciprocal?
I feel like maybe somewhere, but probably not. That's why nothing has been said, because probably
Yeah.
not really worth going anywhere. But I'm sure we both had some cute little lighthearted feelings there, and it just kind of fizzled out. But no, even just small moments like that are really cute and really nice to look back on. So yeah.
So was there a series of like trivia nights that actually helped write this thing, or was it just one particular?
It was just one, and I thought there was going to be more, hence we'll get them next week, baby. But no, it was just one night.
Look, as a person that is more, because I produce and I'm a bass player in that, I listen to the music first and foremost, and then I listen to the lyrics. I'm not a massive lyrics kind of person. It just takes me, I don't know what it is, it's the ADHD in me. It takes me a long time to actually latch onto lyrics. One thing I've noticed with yours, you are an incredible lyricist. And the way your storytelling, one, it's vulnerable, but at the same time, and personable, but you can twist it and relate it in your own way, and it takes quite a bit of talent to be able to do that.
Thank you.
So
Thank you so much.
It's all good. When I'm not blowing smoke up your ass, I'm basically telling the truth. So Wednesdays at the Waterloo was the one that grabbed me, mainly because of the hook that you had in it. It was really, really cool. Important to you grabbed me, and that's why the reason I said I can't listen to it too much, because it's very emotional and it makes me think of my kids, because they go through their own things.
Yeah.
Right? Can you explain to me how that one came about?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, this was also somebody that wasn't in my life for a very long time. It was probably like less than 6 months that I knew this person. Um, he, this was like straight after I had gotten out of, maybe like 3 months after I'd gotten out of a, um, there's a bug around me. Um, yeah, I think this was like about 3 months I'd gotten out of my first. Oh my God, I'm so sorry. Okay, bug is dead now. Um, yeah, 3 months after I'd gotten out of a serious relationship with my first love, and I just think I was just craving some, you know, connection with somebody.
Mm.
This was the first person that kind of came along that was showing interest, and he was cool. Like he was, in hindsight, he was probably just mansplaining music to me, but he was like going into, deep. He just had like this sort of like this really beautiful like view on music, and he had a really good music taste, and he was really cool, and I, yeah, trusted him too quickly, and he love bombing all of that. But it kind of got to a place where he was just kind of then trauma dumping, and yeah, I feel like trauma dumping kind of makes it sound lighter than it was, but yeah, he was not in a good place, this person, and I myself have been through and was going through just a lot at that time. And I think it's, you know, I'm a person that wants to be there for somebody, and you know, as much as I can, I've always been that way. But I think there's also a point where you need to take a step back and realize that it's just not it's something you can't really fix for this person, and you're not what that person needs. And I would give this person, resources to help them and things they could do. And it was just kind of seeming more that they didn't actually want to help themselves. They just wanted somebody to kind of load on. And I didn't know if I was kind of selfish for not feeling like I could help him in the way he needed. Um, and yeah, that song just stemmed from trying to figure out how I go about that and realizing that I did need to step away from that person and let them kind of heal on their own. And I just didn't think I could be a part of that process.
Lottie, you're an empath, aren't you?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
What you explained there is basically what my wife goes through on a daily basis too. So, yeah.
Wow. That's so.
Yeah. Yeah. People like to trauma dump on those that like can't help themselves but try and heal others, and unfortunately, that's happening to you. But it's making for cool songs. So you're able to turn those situations to your advantage, basically, and create some art out of it. A lot of people don't get that opportunity, so you're very lucky in that regard. Yeah, that sucks. Sorry.
No, it's all heavy, but it's, yeah, like you just said, it's good to have these experiences so I can write about it. And I it's always tough going through it, but I love writing, and it always, yeah, helps. So yeah.
So, I don't mean to be disrespectful or any kind of way. Are you a little bit lovelorn in that sort of sense? Like you seem to, like, from what you just explained to me, is there 3 relationships in this EP?
Yeah. But it's crazy because none of them were actually like a real relationship.
Fair.
Yeah, there was actually 4.
Oh, man. And what is that teaching you?
YOLO. I don't know. I feel like it sounds like a lot, but I don't, like the Wednesday's the Waterloo guy. Like that was nothing. Nothing happened.
We won't worry about that one. It's the other 3 that are sort of affecting you, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's kind of funny. I was saying the other day, like the person who I wrote 4 songs about and who In Theory's about, even though this like stuff that affected me did happen, I also feel like the relationship itself didn't really have much effect on me because it was so short and I was more just kind of frustrated about it. And I
Mm.
wasn't heartbroken or sad, and it didn't really like weigh me down in my life or anything. So, and I feel like that's kind of where most of my like not all of them, but a lot of the time when there's a short relationship, it doesn't really like actually affect how I go about my day. So I think that's good, I guess.
Well, I would assume that instead of you reverse trauma dumping on other people or people close to you after these relationships that you've had, you use the EP as the form of catharticism.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right.
100%.
So have you got like another 3 EPs in the works?
Yeah. Um, yeah. No, I got it's always really like not frustrating. I don't know the word, but yeah, you finish an EP and you already have so much material for another one, but you don't have money to record it. And I just like have some songs that I want to, take to my producer and work on, but I just gonna sit with it for a bit because it's really easy to get excited as well. Um, yeah.
So you mentioned off air that you have Sam from one half of Juno playing bass on that. Did he come in with production duties at any point as well? No.
He didn't actually. Um, yeah, Sam has been in my band since last November,
Right.
but we're only just starting to play shows together like now.
Mm.
I haven't really done a lot of shows this year. Um, so yeah, I'm really excited to play with him because he's a cracked musician. But no,
Mm-hmm.
I've never done any production stuff with him. I really want to though. That'd be awesome.
So yeah, well, one of the questions I had was the bass tones that were used on that. Being a nerdy bass player myself, and I think I mentioned it in one of the reviews that I did. Might have been for Wednesdays. The bass tones they were used because there was a double bass and an electric bass player at the same time at one point.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
That's all Josh. Um, he's he's so funny. Like we're in a studio. My friend Jimmy has a studio at his house, and he just has a double bass in his studio, and he was like,
As you
"We
do.
could we could put that in there." And yeah, Josh doesn't like he's not a double bass player, but he's just like that sounded cool. Let's put that in.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and yeah, I knew that I wanted the bass in Wednesdays to be like to really hit you in the face, and I had some references where I feel like I really achieved that. So yeah, love Josh.
It's a really organic sounding EP. That's one of the things I appreciate about it. Like that's all those little skits at the beginning or the ending of the songs too, where they've captured a little sort of you having a chuckle at something or pressing stop on something. Yeah, that's the real and the organic nature, and that's one of the things I really like about artwork like
Thank you.
this, and particularly your EP. Like it feels like you're there, and
Yeah,
a lot of artists don't do that anymore.
thank you. Yeah, I definitely wanted to keep that real feeling. Even though a lot of it was just me and Josh in the studio, it was really important to me that there was like a full band feeling and component in every song. And I think that is how I feel when I listen to the EP back. It still feels very collaborative to me because there was so many, even though we didn't all play in the same room at the same time, there were so many people who worked on it. And yeah, I feel like that does show. Apart from Sunburn, there was some all together moments in the studio during that song, but yeah.
Well, what's your personal favorite off this EP?
Um, I think Boathouse.
The opener.
Um,
Okay.
yeah, Boathouse and Wednesdays, I think. Um, I think Boathouse lyrically is one of my favorite songs that I've written.
Mm-hmm.
Um, yeah, I recorded that in North Carolina with Caleb Wright, who also produced Important to You, and I'm a massive fan of him, so that was a really surreal experience. And his vocals are on the song too, and um, that bass line too in that song is something that I'm obsessed with. So yeah, everything about Boathouse. I just love that song. Um, but also, yeah, Wednesdays, I feel like it's my first song that is. I've always struggled with writing music that is lighthearted, but also
Mm-hmm.
um, still feels like something different is happening in with the lyrics and still like thoughtful lyrics. I've always haven't really feel like I've been able to nail that, but I feel like in the song there's some funny parts and there's some um I don't know. I'm very proud lyrically of Wednesdays at the Waterloo as well,
Oh,
even though
it's a great song. It's
a
hooky
lot.
as.
Yeah. Thank you. Yeah, I love both of those songs.
What's kind of cool too, like I don't tend to listen to Triple J a lot. I mean, because I aged out years ago. I only listen to it sporadically if I don't have my phone plugged in or whatever in my car. But there was one time I got in my car, turn it on. I didn't have my phone plugged in. Triple J came on as the default station, and this song was playing, and I went, I fucking know this song. How it was Sunburn. I'm pretty sure it was Sunburn.
I love that. Yeah, they've been like smashing Sunburn, which is crazy. Yeah, I've gotten lots of messages of like I had a friend in an Uber and he like told the Uber to turn it up. Um, and yeah, I've had a few messages of Triple J playing it, and it's crazy how like much they're getting behind that song. It's really really nice to
Yeah,
see.
it was middle of the day when I got in the car and what I know this song. And
I love
I love it when I can recognize, because being an older person now, like I don't recognize a lot of stuff straight off the bat unless I've been listening to it repeatedly. And when I review a song, I have to listen to it at least 3 or 4 times more, so I can actually get into the headspace to write about it. And yeah, I instantly recognized something about that song. I was like, what is it? And I was like, it's fucking Lottie. I'm like, hey, that's sick. Well done. And because it wasn't on Home and Hose or anything, it was the middle of the day J Play. I went, that's cool.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, happened to me after work actually once. It was important too that was playing though. Um, and like it was the first time that it has ever come on the radio organically for me. And me and my sister just looked at each other like,
Yep.
that's me. So yeah, that was cool.
Okay, so leaning on that Triple J thing, you got to play the 50th anniversary.
Yes.
So one, how'd that come about? And two, how'd that feel?
Yeah, I just got an email with the offer, and I remember I was sitting in Carindale Hotel having a wine with my mum, and I looked at her and I just said, I've just got the biggest offer that I've ever gotten.
More wine, please. Let's go.
Let's celebrate. I was, yeah, so like just grateful that they even thought of me for that.
That's very good.
Crazy. And yeah, just I love all the artists that are playing. I love Jem. She is such a nice person as well as musician. So playing a show with her, I'd always wanted. I supported her in 2024, so playing another show.
Jem Casadale, is that who you're talking about?
Yeah. Yeah, Darcy Haven as well.
Mm-hmm.
I adore her music, and then obviously Morrat was one of the first Australian artists that I discovered.
Right.
In like probably 2018. Me like Groceries is one of me and my mum's songs that we put on the car to jam out together. It has been for years and years and years. So just meeting her and being just a part of something that she's a part of was really surreal. So yeah.
So moving away from that, and as I mentioned earlier, that you're not just an artist yourself and a copy songwriter, but you write songs for others. And I heard through the grapevine that you work with Dizzy Days. Kinda, not really.
Not really. I did one writing session with Ashling, but it was more like collaborative and just writing for fun. It wasn't really for them. Writing for other people is definitely something that I want to get more into. It was something I was terrified of, but the more I do it, the more I really, really enjoy the process.
Yeah.
I did a session for my friend Grace, her
Maya.
artist project is Maya. Yeah.
I know Maya. Yeah.
Yeah, she's amazing. But I did a session with her, with A producer called Ethan from, I don't know how to say his last name, but he's from Sydney, and it was for her. And I just realized that I love the process of writing for someone else as well. So I haven't done a lot of it. Like I've written with Dizzy Days, but from Ashling from Dizzy Days, but I haven't written for them. So I would love to.
Yeah, you should. Because there are a lot of people that are great musically, but the lyricism isn't 100%. Whereas that's your strong point, is that kind of storytelling and melody writing
Definitely
that way.
think I'm a songwriter before singer.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm definitely like some people's strengths are singing, and I I definitely don't have um as much range as some other people. Um,
You're
but
not
yeah, I definitely think,
you're not a belter, but that's not the point. Like, I love your vocal take because it's got that slight huskiness to it, and that's what
thank you.
suits your style, right? It has an element of cuteness to it, but there's also like there's a confidence to it at the same time. Right? You don't need to be belter. You look at someone like Grace Mayer, who is, I put her in the new soul category, same as like Gabrielle from Emery, right?
Yeah,
Amazing vocalists and it's super talented, but that's their realm. You're not in that new soul realm at all. You've got the whole sort of indie alt kind of thing with a sort of alt folk kind of stuff, and it suits you to a T.
well,
And
thank you. Yeah,
yeah, stick with that. That's cool.
yeah.
Now, I just wanted, because we're running out of time. I was today has been announced. Well, it's been the last 24 hours or something like that, about the whole AI now not being recognized. If you have AI used in your music, it will not be recognized for the ARIA charts. Have you heard of this?
I haven't.
Yeah.
That's amazing though.
There we go.
Hell to the yeah. Um, yeah, I hope the world can take that on now. That would be great.
Don't
But
see that
yeah,
happening, but it's a good thing that Australia's doing it, right?
for it. But yeah, that makes me really happy. That's yeah, like every other artist, it's it's definitely an anxiety that kind of just sits with me a little bit. So yeah, that's really nice to see.
Honestly, like, you see it, but as musicians ourselves, I mean, you can tell an AI song, can't you? If you hear it.
Oh, 100%. Yes.
See, okay, a lot of people don't, and some people say, "Oh, it shares something with me," and I just go, "Mm-hmm."
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I can tell the fact there's certain elements to it. So going back,
Even though like just feeling of humans, there's something so like robotic
it's
about
uncanny.
it.
It's uncanny valley feeling. It's what it is,
Yeah,
basically. Yeah.
yeah, definitely. Yeah.
All right, we'll wrap this up because we're running out of time. Lottie, you've been an absolute pleasure to talk to. The Boathouse EP comes out on September 25, I believe.
Yes.
Yes, cool.
Yes.
And then I'm not supposed to announce the tour that you're going on in September with another particular prominent band that's doing very, very, very well, so I will not do that. But people, if they're curious, they can stay tuned to your socials, which I'll share in the podcast below. You hang on there. I'll do a quick debrief with you. Everyone else, this has been Lottie McLeod.
Thank you so much.
Massive thanks to Lottie McLeod for jumping in on that episode. Such a sweetheart. And that EP, when it comes out, you need to dive into it. It is great. Like I said in the interview, my personal favourite's Wednesdays at the Waterloo. If you live in Brisbane, you know what the Waterloo is. And yeah, In Theory, which is a amazing song too. The whole EP is great, but that's just my personal favourites. Anyway, yeah, I don't know when the next one's coming. It's just sporadic, and that's how I like to keep things rolling these days. So stay tuned. Give the podcast a follow, a like, a share, whatever you want to do if you like this content. It means a lot. Leave a comment on the YouTube thing or on the Spotify thing, whatever you want to do. Appreciate it. Appreciate you. Thanks for listening. Thank you for supporting local music, Australian music, live music, all sorts of music. You guys are legends. Bye.